Alright, what's up, heads? So, about a year ago, we started talking about Pirates World and the show in Dania, Florida in 1970. We are listening to that right now. There's a little controversy about the show because everyone thinks that there were two shows, and let's try and stick a sword in that one right now and see if we can figure it all out. I looked online, of course, a lot, and my good buddy Bob Schenkel and I were discussing this online last year when I put up my original Pirates World post, and I'll put a link back to that down there. But essentially, everyone thought there was a missing show, and there really was not a missing show. They only did one show, and I found out about that from Craig Ball, who was in the New Society Band, who opened for them. So, Elaine Oliveira put this Pirates World video up the other day. It just brought it back to me. I was asking someone else about it, and I didn't get a response back, so I kind of shelved it, but let's talk about it right now. Pirates World, Dania, Florida, crazy-ass place, 1970. The Dead had been playing at the Cap in Port Chester, and according to everything online, there was two shows, one is missing, and they were on the 23rd and the 24th of March in 1970. Now, the real fact is they played the Cap until the 21st, and the shows were scheduled for the 22nd and the 23rd, and it says that on the ticket, but there was no way for them to make it with the trucks all the way down to Florida with that short amount of time. So if you were to get off out of the show, the late show at the Cap back then, you'd probably load out with the trucks and be done about 4, maybe, and then you have to drive 22 hours straight, which is a straight shot. No traffic, no nothing, of course, and you're going to run right through the Jersey Turnpike at about 8 that next morning after you left. So, chances are the show on the 22nd was canceled. They played the show on the 23rd, and like I said, I had a conversation with Bob Schenkel, and then Craig Ball from New Society Band dropped in on the conversation in the comments last year, and he solved it all for us. So, initially Craig said there was 2 nights, and they opened for him both nights. And then when we started talking after a little bit, he said no, he talked to his roadie, who worked with them then, his good friend, and this was just a year ago now actually, and he said him and his roadie discussed it, and there was only one show, and they only opened one night, and the first night was canceled. So it would have been Sunday the 22nd and Monday the 23rd, and the only show, according to the guy who opened for the Grateful Dead that night with the New Society Band, Craig Ball, and the roadie they did one show. So, Bob Schenkel and I have been going around about this one, and I want to thank Craig for pitching in on that. Craig's band, New Society Band, is featured in what's it called? Hang on. It's called Musical Mutiny, and it's from Pirates World, and it's an Iron Butterfly movie that New Society was in when they opened for Iron Butterfly at Pirates World. So, that's our whole tie-up. And I'm glad I got to revise this one. Bob Schenkel, thank you. Craig Ball, thank you. I could be wrong. Maybe there was 2 shows and one is missing, but I don't think so. I mean, I think that's the real reason that there's only one Pirates World show out there, and it's because they only played one. Now, let's get to the cool shit. Truckin was written and broken down and started to be worked on at the pool at the motel when the Dead were playing Pirates World in Dania, Florida. Ironically enough, Hunter was on tour with them. He wanted some sort of anthemic road song, and he had been writing Truckin. Now, that explains how the Dead could have hung out at the pool, which is the story that Bobby has talked about, where they started working on Truckin and Hunter introduced it to the band. Now, that makes total sense. The show on the 22nd was canceled. The Dead flew down. The Trucks had to drive down with the equipment, so the 22nd show was canceled, and they played on Monday the 23rd. And in between that, they developed Truckin for the first time, or around the first time, by the pool while they were waiting for their equipment to get there. Makes sense if you look it up and you put the pieces together, you know, it kind of seems like the way it was. So hopefully that does explain it. If I'm wrong, you know, show me. I'm good with that, because I'm having fun with this, and I hope everyone else is too. Cheers, everybody, and BB Shanks, Bob Schenkel, Craig Ball, New Society Band. You guys rule. Great show, huh? A lot of other